Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Video Holocaust. Well, today we put aside our Chinese chop-sucky movies and instead look at a film from the country that gave us karaoke, sushi and bukkake. I am of course talking about the land of the rising sun, Japan. And the film in question is The Machine Girl, a blood-soaked tale of revenge from movie director Noboru Iguchi and starring perky former swimwear model Minase Yashiro in her feature film debut. Excited? You should be. Let's check it out.
Ah, school days. The best days of your life. Short trousers, pocket full of conkers, and getting bullied by a bunch of Japanese pretty boys. But the hijinks are soon over, with the appearance of our star, Minase Yashiro. So having just broken up this little squabble, what's she planning to do? Give them a good ticking off? Or tell their parents, perhaps? Nope. Instead, she shoots the shit out of them. Ooh, might want to get that looked at, mate.
Now you might be thinking that this film looks a little on the cheap side, but believe it or not, this movie actually had a budget of over $50 million. It's just a shame it was Zimbabwe dollars.
But our lovely leading lady wasn't always a killing machine. She once was a normal girl. The film then flashbacks to simpler times and shows our heroine before her transformation, before the pain. The triggering of events that led to the massacre you've just witnessed starts with her younger brother, Yu, who begs his big sister for money to buy the latest game, when in fact he needs it for more important reasons, like being bullied by the heir to a ninja yakuza clan.
You don't mess with the ninja yakuza.
Also being targeted is Yu's best friend, Takeshi, son of sexy garage owner Miki, played by hot young actress simply credited as Asami. Damn, she's fit.
Who is this Asami? I must know. Let's see. For 1985, she's a former AV idol. AV idol? Adult video? We'll be right back. Damn, she's good.
Documenting his trials and tribulations in a diary, Yu tries to hide the bullying from his sister. Both their parents are now deceased. Yu tries to act like the man of the house. But things get out of hand when both Yu and Takeshi once more fail to pay their debts. And both are flung to their deaths. Arriving too late on the scene, Amy can do nothing but mourn her brother's passing. Naturally devastated, Amy stumbles upon Yu's diary, chronicling the lead up to his demise but conveniently also includes the names of all the gang members involved. And after dispatching one of them, she decides to take out the organ grinder instead of the monkeys. But she's captured, tortured, and thanks to the meddling of the matriarch, well, on the bright side, the manicure bills have been halved. However, Ami, overpowering a guard, soon escapes and arrives bloody and beaten at Asami's garage. Well, we find this movie isn't all doom and gloom, and does have a lighter side, as we see our two leading ladies engage in a bit of one-upsmanship by arm wrestling.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Followed by a training montage, of all things. Where Ami perfects the skills she'll need in order to take revenge. That is, if Asami doesn't kill her first. But while Mr. Asami works tirelessly on Ami's machine gun prosthetic, they are attacked by, well, why don't they introduce themselves? Yeah, these guys. But with their new machine gun arm in place, their assailants prove little competition. And exit the movie almost as spectacularly as they entered. Leaving both Amy and Mickey to make their way to the bad guy's lair for the final confrontation. Now this is an interesting scene. These guys lined up here are the parents of the kids Ami has killed thus far in her quest for revenge. Now they themselves are out for blood. And while Mickey fights them off with a chainsaw, as you do, Ami fights the Yakuza head, who sports a nice flying guillotine. But with him dispatched, surely nothing stands in Ami's path. Looks like I spoke too soon. The mother joins the fray. And has a rather interesting taste in lingerie. You know, I've seen many a low budget gore fest of a movie, but even this took me by surprise.
You know, this movie's director, Noboru Iguchi, he started out making poor movies. Now he makes gore-filled Japanese splatter films featuring hot, young, willing to do anything actresses. Overall, life's been pretty good to him.
And how does our hero get out of this one? Pinned to the floor by a voluptuous psycho MILF. Oh, that was easy. But the finishing blow more than makes up for it. That is, if you haven't already had a seizure. I swear this film is the product of a deranged mind. And I love it. But it looks like we're not going to get the happy ending we wanted. Instead of walking off into the sunset, Ami plans to take her life and join her brother. But before she does, boom, the credits roll.
Well, that was The Machine Girl, a surprisingly entertaining romp through Japanese gore cinema. And what it lacked in subtlety, it certainly made up for in charm. And if you enjoy lots of claret in your movies, you definitely can't go wrong with this one. Now as for me, I'm off to Japan. I hear they have a birth rate crisis over there, so I'm going to offer my services. But check out my future videos coming soon, which I'll be checking out some more gore-filled Japanese cinema, as well as all the other Asian action movies you've come to expect here on Video Holocaust. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.